So a number of years ago now, I think 2019, 2020, somewhere in there, maybe 2021. No, not 2020. I don't know. A few years ago, regardless, the idiots broke into the Blazer and tried to steal it, and they screwed up the door handle, and they completely screwed up the ignition section. I had to get replacement plastics and stuff for that. And I thought it was all working. We had to get it rekeyed for the ignition because they screwed that up. But recently, within the last week or so, I noticed while trying to turn the ignition, the key didn't want to come back out like it's supposed to. And I just turning it. And then the key, the lock cylinder, I saw pulled out. It's like, that's not supposed to do that. And then for a while, it was also not, like normally when you start a car and let go of the key, it goes from starter position and it automatically flips back to you're not grinding the starter. Well, it didn't do that either, so it was grinding the starter a lot more, and then you had to force it back. So the ignition's all screwed up is the end result. So I got a replacement ignition cylinder. Let's see. New old stock. We'll see if that's gonna work. It does not have the key and stuff because I figured I'm just going to try and reuse the current key bits for that. And I don't know if that's clear, but I think it's clear. So I am going to attempt, since I saw a video online, so I should know how to do it, right? Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to attempt to take out the lock cylinder, put the key special bits in this cylinder, and get it back working again, and hopefully that will fix the issue. I don't know for sure, but hopefully. The first step is you have to take the negative terminal off the battery, which that's up there. That's why the hood's open. Alright, negative terminal is off. Next thing the video said is I have to take this thing back off. And that'll give me because I noticed that this has popped out again, because this was the one that I had to reuse the old steel clip versus the aluminum clip. So that'll give me an excuse to try and fix that steel clip to be a little more properly shaped. And I also bought the set that has the little plastic things to take the trim off. So since I was going to have to do the trim again, it's like, okay, if you need to do it enough times, you really need the tools. So I got the tools. So maybe this will make it easier to pop those clips off. We'll see. But first I got to take this off, and then I get to do the scary bits. Why is stuff never easy? I figured, okay, this should be simple, right? You took it off before and redid it. So I took it off, and there's these two bolts, screws, whatever, that goes up under here that screws that in. The other side came out fine, but it fell down inside here. I got it with a magnet. It's like, okay, that was annoying. Carefully got this one out. This one fell too. I can't find that one. So I had to take this thing the whole way off. And there were those 4 screws that held it up under in the bottom, in addition to these 4 screws that held it into the dash. And I don't know where that screw went. And I need to find it, because I need to put it back. Oh well. I will keep going, and maybe after taking all this fun bit off again, I'll find it somewhere down in there, but I don't know. That's always fun. Oh, and I also realized somehow I forgot to put this screw back in before, and I don't know where that one is either, so this is just, yeah. Don't play with car stuff. Get other people to do it. Let them lose the screws. Anyway, now that I have this off, I get to do the fun, take all the wires off again. That bezel trim thing is a pain to get off, especially getting these little plastic things off for the connectors. That sucks. But there is good news. Let's see what the good news is. So I was able to get down in and see, I don't know if you can see, there's the screw. It's hiding in that little hole. So good, I didn't lose that one. So now the only one I lost, this one. So I have to figure out what a replacement for that. But I found one of them. Alright. So there are 2 Torx screws. They go up under there and up under there. And then this handle pulls, I think pulls right off. Yep. 2 hands, and that pulls right out of there. So Alright, now I think these two plastics can gently come apart and figure out how. I'm pretty sure. Oh, crap. Put it back in, tilt it. So you have to pull up to get that to tilt down. So there we go. Oh, that time I got it with that way. So yeah, then those two plastics come apart, and there's a little hook in the back that hooks up over. So car stuff is not nearly as fun as woodworking. Alright, now I remember the other part. You cannot get the top piece off until you get, there's a little reverse Torex bolt there, which most people don't have those. So I had to buy some of those, but this should theoretically let me take that out. Then I can get the top plastic piece off. So let's do that. That top piece was a pain in the butt to get off, but it's off. So theoretically, I think I remember hearing the next step is you get the keys, which are here somewhere. You put those in, and then there's this little hole that I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, but we'll try. Turn it. And then that goes down in. Well, that went down into something. And then theoretically, there's supposed to be... That's supposed to go down in and release a tab. And then this is supposed to come out. So now I got to figure that out. That's not supposed to be in multiple pieces. There is supposed to be, in this little spot, that thing fitting down in with an actual spring down in. That's why it was a pain in the butt. This thing came out and fell apart and did all sorts of bad things. So yeah, I definitely have to fix this. Or at least get another one of these. That's supposed to go down in there like that, but oh boy. Yeah, that's why it wasn't working right and acting all weird, because this wasn't attached anymore. I guess the next thing is open this thing up. Yeah, alright, let me open this thing up first. Okay. The replacement one is open, and you can now see that little piece is supposed to be in there. It's supposed to be captured in there, and not just come flying out. That's what that little spring was from. On the old one, it's not in there. So on that side, that looks the same. This part and that part. On the other side, there is a cover. And for whatever reason, on this one, there is no cover. So I'm assuming that means you reuse that cover. And that down in there is where all the little specific pieces go that fits the key. So now I have to somehow get that out in the correct order and get put in here. This is why I was having issues, because it was no longer locked in properly, and this was actually stuck down in the ignition. I had to get this out with a magnet. I might have to call a locksmith. I need 3 hands, so I used the vise. So there it is. So this piece is what covers the springs and lock mechanism. There is a little spot here that's indented, and right in that, oh come on, zoom in. Right in that corner it's indented, and in that corner it's indented. And what I mean is, and you will not be able to see this probably, but we're going to hold this one sort of next to it. You can see how, and I can't point. Can I hold it? Yes, I can do it this way. Sort of. Alright, you can see that there looks to be an indented part right in this corner. So this flat comes across here, and then there's a little indent. If we look on the other one, this flat comes the whole way across and there's no indent. So that is crimped. The metal of this piece is crimped to hold that little flat part in. And if I pull and pry, I don't have the stuff to crimp that back. Alright, so I figured out why this other little piece fell out. On here, you can see this is all damaged in this section. and there's nothing to hold something down in. On the other one, you can see this is all indented and squished, and because that's squished, that holds this little piece that goes up and down in so it doesn't pop out. So most likely this got all damaged when they tried to steal the car, and they managed to get, I vaguely recall the locksmith saying, yeah, just be careful with it because it's not held in there, but it came out and fell out whenever I was just trying to use the car, not trying to take it apart. So this failed. This popped out and failed without me being involved in trying to play with it, because that is all crimped. So if I had a replacement metal piece, which some of the rekey kits, which I didn't buy, sell, I could just put a new one in there and recrimp it and maybe it would be fine. But I don't have that, and the only one I have is this one. And if I pry this out, I'm fairly certain it's not going to go back in the same shape, because to pry it out, I have to go beyond what this little crimped metal is. So, yeah, I think unfortunately, I have to call a locksmith. And it's very possible they're not even going to be able to do what I want, meaning take the stuff out of here and put it into there. At least now I know what the problem is, which doesn't always help in this case. The local locksmiths don't have the pieces to actually do the replacements on the keys themselves. They just have the entire thing as a swap out, which makes sense. So they did not have the replacement spring, but I did manage to bend the spring sort of back into place, and it is now jammed down in there. This piece goes in. Alright, well, I got the spring back in, and that does go the whole way down, so that works. And it sticks up about as high, come on, focus. It sticks up about as high as the replacement one that I'm not going to be able to use. So I think the plan is just going to be see if I can get this thing jammed back in there and get it reinstalled. I may also try and ding over this little piece of metal to see if that'll hold it up in from coming out, but I don't know. It's already banged out a lot there, so I don't know if there's going to be anything I can bang over to hold that down in. And I think this is too tight to put a piece of the aluminum tape across. So yeah, let's see if I can mess that up further or if it should just go back in. Alright, let's see if there's enough metal to peen this over. And try it. That split off. Okay, that didn't work. Try it from a different spot. Nope. That split off. Not gonna work. Nope. There is not enough metal there anymore to bend over. Tried. Both pieces just broke off. So that's fine. We'll just carefully put it back in and see if it'll go back together. If it goes back together, great. If not, well, we tried. Well, we might as well see how badly this is going to work. It goes back in. It's holding. The original key is back in. The spring is somewhat put back in place. Hopefully it will stay. Now I guess just put everything back together. Well, now I know, don't play with ignition stuff. Although it would have cost me $400. They only replaced the whole thing, so they don't actually do the rekeying of this like I would have needed, so they wouldn't have been able to come do what I needed anyway. I got all the screws back in. I have a replacement screw that I put up in here. So this is now holding. Yeah, it's not the right color, but I don't really care. That all works. The door all works. The door was easy. That was dead simple to do. Ignition, not so much. There are kits which sell you all the parts, like including all the little new things that you key it together and the new little cover and that. I didn't get that, so I'll have to see if I can send this one back since I didn't end up using it. All I did was take it out of the plastic. I'll have to check. That was off of eBay. They might take it back, or maybe I'll keep it and see if I can find the kit that lets me redo this, and then I can suffer some more and try again. But at least now I know more recently of what does and doesn't work. They cost $400 for the locksmith to come and just swap a cylinder and two keys, which that's, especially with everything apart, I don't think that would have been a good price, which is why I didn't do it. If they have to do all the work, sure. But if it was literally just hand me a new thing, no, that's not worth $400. Especially since I was able to get it back in and actually work. For now, it's back in. Hopefully it will stay back in. I'm going to call that a success just because I understand more and it's back together and turns on. And here's proof. Keys in, and it turns on. So we have all the bits. We have the RPM, the lights, the whole thing, and turn it back, and key comes out. So